Yo, what's up, guys? Merry Christmas and also Happy Holidays. It's your boy K47, the King of Universe 47, and we are back, finally, with the next part to What If Hikari Survived. I know, you guys have been asking me what in God's name, or where in God's name has the next part have been. I am sorry, a lot has happened. I've been going through a lot. If you guys can see by the channel, I have been posting a lot, and I have just been so hyper-focused on a whole bunch of things that Hikari just kind of got put to the back burner. But I am telling you guys now, we are back. I will try and upload the series regularly as possible. I will try. I apologize. Please give me a second chance. I promise I'll do better. But we are here with the next part of the series. I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope it is what you guys wanted, and I will try and upload this as soon as I can. Hopefully it'll get out within the next day or two of me recording this, but we will see what happens. Anyway, without further ado, don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe, and also don't forget to join our Discord. And if you haven't decided to join the Discord yet, please consider joining our Patreon too. Without further ado, let's get it rolling. So before we get back with Hikari and Sasuke, a few things happened in between then. Let's look over it. To start things off, Owl had attacked Boruto and the others. If you guys don't know, in this part of the manga, Owl, or however you pronounce his name, this dude, he's basically a cyborg now, who was the Mizukage's right-hand man at the time during the Fourth Great Ninja War, is now working with Kara. As for some other heavy details, he is now trying to destroy Boruto, Konohamaru, Katasuke, Sarada, and Mitsuki. This ends up failing because Boruto is actually able to land a Rasengan, putting down Owl once and for all. However, our heroes don't get a chance to rest because as soon as the battle's over, Koji Kashin comes out of nowhere and puts an end to Owl before he can give any information or anything else happens. With that, Koji Kashin leaves. However, Konohamaru still had a mission to complete. He still had to find the cargo that was on that board, that airship before it crashed. After a little researching and looking around the area, they were able to find the one that they were looking for, which, while they thought it was material, it wasn't. What they were looking for was, in fact, the newest vessel of Ishiki, which was Kawaki. They found him fainted, passed out on the ground, and without much warning, he was able to wake up. Boruto had noticed that he had the same mark as he does on his right hand. He felt like they were linked somehow, but he was confused. He thought Momoshiki was the only one that possessed him, or really could control him with that same mark. That must mean that either Momoshiki did this, or there's another Otsutsuki out there. They don't have much time to reflect on it, as Kawaki, once again, as I stated earlier, wakes up and begins to attack them. Boruto is able to fend off his attacks for the most part, until their match gets interrupted by another person from Kara's clan. Kawaki himself ends up fighting him, and with easy work, takes down the brute with overwhelming power. Boruto and the rest of the gang are very confused and also terrified at this. Kawaki's power is frightening. How is he able to meld his body into some type of ninja tool, it seems like? Katasuke is also confused with this, and he would like to study Kawaki, but they needed to get him there safely first. After a little bit more of Kawaki exerting himself, he faints. His body is still completely new to everything. He doesn't realize exactly what's going on. So, with that being said, with everything being taken care of, Boruto and the rest of the team take Kawaki back to the Leaf. And that's all that happened while Hikari and Sasuke were training. Speaking of Hikari and Sasuke, let's see how they're doing. Hikari is slowly but surely learning how to gain more control of her Sharingan and not let it just run rampant and kind of just go crazy. She tells Sasuke that she's used her Mangekyo Sharingan plenty of times before, but for some reason, ever since that night specifically, ever since everything that happened with Meritz and a whole fake quote-unquote 5th Great Ninja War, it's been hard for her to access the power. Sasuke understands. She was in a state to where she felt like she had no choice, and not to mention her emotions weren't tied to her abilities like they are now. She maybe feels like if she uses that power again, maybe she'll go out of control again. Maybe she feels like it will take control of her, and then she will eventually just be like another Meritz. Hikari didn't want that. Sasuke knows that she doesn't want that, but she cannot be afraid of the powers that lie dormant within inside her. Hikari looked down, a little distraught and a little defeated. Didn't really know what to think of it at this point. Sasuke puts a hand on her shoulder, telling her that things are going to be fine and to trust him. He knows what she needs, but for right now, it's probably best that she go rest. They've been training all day and the sun's about to go down. Plus, Boruto and the others should be done with their mission. Doesn't she want to go see him? This causes Hikari to blush a little bit, and nod, and just try and get her emotions together. Also activating her Sharingan once again, just slightly. Sasuke notices this and chuckles, wondering if she thought that he was stupid. He knows when somebody likes someone. She looked at him and gave him a curious glance, asking if that was true. Sasuke said sure, he knows, but at the same time, the dead giveaway was when her Sharingan was spinning around. This caused Hikari to blush even more, now realizing her Sharingan just activates whenever she gets flustered. Sasuke looks at her, and for some reason he kind of somewhat reminds her of how Hinata was back when Naruto and him were kids. Her emotions cannot blindside her. Hikari understood this, and she wanted to get stronger. Not just for her sake, but for Boruto's sake too. She really liked the young man. Going back to the Uzumaki residence, she is met with somebody who is not Boruto. When she gets there, she sees Hinata and Himawari, but she also sees a young man on the couch, just sitting there. She eyes him carefully, and for some reason, he's just unsettling. Kawaki looks at her and acknowledges her existence, and then just acts like she's not there. Hikari, for some reason, felt ticked off at the guy not even saying hello, but decided to leave it be. Boruto walks in the house and immediately greets Hikari. This causes Hikari to blush a little bit. Kawaki sees this, but doesn't think too much of it. Doesn't say much. And Boruto sees Kawaki and wonders, why is he here? What's going on? That's when the 7th Hokage, aka Naruto Uzumaki, walks through the door and explains the whole situation, saying that Kawaki will be staying with the family for the time being. Boruto is a little confused. Why? Why should Kawaki stay here? Naruto doesn't see any reason for Kawaki to be locked up. Though he's an outsider to the Leaf, he doesn't see a reason for the boy to be in chains. Boruto disagrees slightly, but understands where his father is coming from. Hinata and Himawari are the same. Hikari, however, still can't shake the feeling that something is off with the young boy, but leaves it alone. She goes up to him and tries to introduce herself. Kawaki looks at her hand, looks back at her, and then looks away. This sends Hikari over the edge and kind of gets her to yell at him. It's rude to ignore people when they're trying to talk to you. Kawaki looked at her and still didn't say a thing. Stood up and walked upstairs. This pissed Hikari off, but Boruto held her back, telling her it's alright, and asked where she's been all day. Hikari said that it's a secret and that she'll tell him later. Boruto understood and let things be. For the next couple days, everything kind of ran smoothly. Naruto even came home and helped train Boruto Himawari as well as Kawaki whenever he could. During the days, Hikari would go training out with Sasuke. They all felt like his kids in a way. Naruto looked at all of them and felt some sort of pride. Of course, he knew that Boruto and Himawari was his, but it felt as if Hikari and Kawaki were becoming part of the family. This made him happy. One day, Naruto and Boruto are training. In doing so, Boruto is once again easily overpowered by his father. But they were trying to figure out a way to bring out the karma, to activate it. Boruto doesn't understand how it works, nor does he understand how to actually get it out. Kawaki decided to activate his karma, because he noticed and remembered that if he activates his karma, Boruto's karma activates just because of its resonance. And just like he thought, Boruto's karma activates. They continue their training session, and he is able to match, if not just slightly overpower, Naruto. This strength surprises Naruto, but then again, he's only in his base form. He's not using Kurama, Link mode, or Sage mode. Just outside the village, there are two standing right near the gate, which are part of Kara, that being Koji Kashin and Delta. Delta wants to go in there and retrieve Kawaki, so that way Jigen can have his vessel. Koji Kashin states that it would be easier if he were to go alone. He's the only one that can get past the sensory network. Delta was confused. How could he be the only one to get past the sensory network when, she can't? Without much else, Koji Kashin just jumps in, and nobody detected him, just as he thought. This confused Delta even more. Koji Kashin knew why, but if you guys haven't watched Boruto or anything yet, I'm not gonna spoil it, but it's pretty obvious why. Anyway, some time passes. Koji Kashin is keeping his eyes on Kawaki and Naruto the entire time, not attacking, just watching over. Afterwards, Delta got a little impatient and decided that she was going to take matters into her own hands before she jumps in and immediately goes to search for Kawaki. The sensory unit catches her, and they immediately alert Naruto, telling him that there is a foreign chakra now in the village. Koji Kashin heard this as well, and immediately thought Delta made her move. Naruto was immediately on guard. Elsewhere, Sasuke and Hikari also heard this. Hikari thought that this would be the perfect time to test her training. Sasuke thought that she's being a bit overzealous and maybe she should wait. Hikari shook her head. She needed to know where she stood with these people. Sasuke understood where she was coming from, nodded his head, and they ran off in order to go and confront this new foe that entered the Hidden Leaf village. After getting there, Hikari shows up with Sasuke. Boruto, Kawaki, Naruto, everyone is surprised to see her and Sasuke. They didn't know that they were still in the village. Except for Naruto, at least. Boruto had asked Hikari what she had been doing. She looked at him and smiled, but told him that there's no time and that we need to be on guard. As soon as she said that, Delta arrives. Naruto immediately enters a battle stance, but Sasuke puts his arm up, telling him that his student wants to try to fight her. Delta looks at the girl and thinks she's nothing but either a clone or nothing worth her time. Hikari immediately weaves her hand signs and launches a fireball jutsu at her. This causes Delta to move back. Then she understands her strength. She lands in front of the girl and crosses her arms. Hikari enters a battle stance of her own. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have Hikari versus Delta. And that's where I'm going to end it. I am sorry, guys, but that is where we are ending this part. If you guys want the next part, it's coming. I promise. I am working on it already. You guys don't even know, but I am working on it already. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed Hikari versus Delta for the next part. I hope you guys are excited for this one as much as I am, and I hope I can make it as good as you guys as I try to make it out to be. So without further ado, my name is pt7, the King of Universe 47, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.